Candi Waller, Bowie TV, checking in from day whatever you would like it to be of Commander's Training Camp. As you can see, the music is in full effect out here. All of the vibes. And I'm feeling it. It's a good thing. But I think it's day 16. At any rate, outside, they are not in pads, but they are doing plenty of work today. I'm sure by the time you are listening to this, you have heard that Terry McLaurin has been activated off of the physically unable to perform, also known as the PUP list. So many of my colleagues are just standing around waiting for Terry to come out of the building. He is not out of the building just yet. And maybe he won't come out of the building, at least for the beginning of practice. Maybe he's ramping up. Dan Quinn will be talking after practice today. So that's all good. Currently watching some special teams work. You know, I did a lot of that in this previous episode that you all listened to yesterday. So kind of what ends up happening there. We definitely can't record any of that special teams. And then you just kind of look around. I see Zach Ertz and John Bates working off to the side. Saw Bobby Wagner and Jay Daniels chopping it up, talking as they always are. Off in the distance, I see the offensive lines and the defensive lines doing some drills over there, warming up a bit more. So this is good stuff. Now I'm looking back at special teams. Tyler Owens is back out here. He is practicing. I think that's important to note. And as always, anything else that I see is good right now. On the return, it's River Craycraft. I saw KJ Osborne do it a moment ago. I see Jalen Lane getting ready to go up to do it. Now, who else is back there? Kaz Allen and Demetric Felton also back there right now. So let's see how the rest of practice goes, everybody. Oh, and to clear something up, when I say that, like earlier when I mentioned Zach Ertz and John Bates working off to the side, so you'll see I'm mentioning some players that are working off to the side, not because they're injured. I do not want to give that. I want to make sure I'm clear there. You know, there's emphasis on the special teams. So if you're not playing special teams, you're still doing other drills off to the side. So that's why I mentioned the offensive lines and the defensive lines working together, and separately in their units as well. And then, just players that are off to the side getting to work. So I mentioned the tight ends, Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu working with Coach Norton. I see Mikey Samuel and Quan Martin and Marshawn Lattimore working off to the side in their position groups, right? Michael Gallup and Deebo Samuel as well. So nothing is wrong. That's just kind of like just giving you all some background context on what I mentioned earlier about Zach and John Bates, because I wanted to make sure that was clear. So all is well. They're just not on the special teams unit. So they're just doing their thing off to the side. So if you hear it sounds like I'm walking, it's because I am. It's a big field to walk around. Getting my steps in. I see Joe Witt Jr. taking some time to watch the safeties and their drills. So I'm taking some time to check out the D-line and the offensive line. Walked over here and see what they got going on. A lot of what they're doing, it's just that overall, again, precision of the precision and the speed of coming up off the line, it appears, which is good, which is a very, very good thing. I know I mentioned this yesterday and maybe a few times now, but I'm going to mention it again. 2 words, Javon Kinlaw, okay? Good grief. Very good. I see Joe Witt Jr. is probably watching the same thing I am now. He's checking out the defensive line. I mentioned a moment ago he was checking out the safeties. Now he's over here checking out the defensive line. Dietrich Wise also doing his thing out here a bit during practice. Super interesting observation to see the offensive line catching passes. Use your clues on that one, those listening. Very interested to see the offensive line working on catching passes. Of note, during the first kind of part of team drills, Jordan McGee is working off to the side, which is fine. I'm not, he's out here. So that's a good sign. But he is off during the team drill part. Zach Ertz is as well, but that could be his version of a vet rest day, honestly. I also see Laramie Tunsil working off to the side as well. Again, could be his version of a vet rest day, because he seems to be doing just fine to me. But he's still out here working with his teammates, but not in team drills. There was so much that went on at practice today. I think because Terry McLaurin is off the pup, and of course there's a lot of speculation, and I joined that speculation as well. But at any rate, practice is concluded. It was a good practice. It was not padded, but they still got some great work in terms of preseason game 2. Jaden Daniels will play, and there's a few other starters that won't, which I put those on. I listed those on my Candi Waller Facebook, as well as my @CWallSE on Twitter, so you can see that list there. But Jaden Daniels will play for a bit in preseason game 2. So much to look forward to, and see you all in Monday Night Football.